At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
You're watching KPVM News 46. Weekend Review. With Deanna O'Donnell. And Jason Koblenz.
Welcome to News 46's Weekend Review, your number one source for local news. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Zach Fuentes in for Jason Koblenz this weekend.
Rescue crews had another busy weekend last weekend. In fact, Mercier was used in all 4 injury accidents. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue's Chief Scott Lewis gives an update.
There was a number of bad accidents that have occurred over the weekend, and as you had mentioned earlier, that most of them required the services of flight to get the patients over to trauma. We had a vehicle accident that occurred on late Friday. It was a vehicle versus a wall. The person had self-extricated, wasn't discovered for quite a period of time, and then it was subsequently transferred care to Mercier and was flown to trauma.
And was that an impaired driver, do you know?
I don't know. That was under investigation by the sheriff's office.
Only one occupant?
Yes.
And that was on the south end of town. We also had another one early Saturday morning that required Mercier on Leslie and Rixu.
Correct. That was another accident that involved a one-vehicle rollover. That patient also was believed to have been injected. The accident was thought to have occurred around 2 o'clock in the morning. However, the accident wasn't discovered until around 7 o'clock in the morning. Crews raced to the scene. They found the patient nearby, again requiring the services of flight, transferred patient care to Mercier 21, who then subsequently flew the patient to trauma.
And then one on Bella Vista, which appeared to be a relatively minor rear-end collision.
It was a 2-vehicle accident that occurred at Bella Vista in the area of Highway 160. It was, as you mentioned, a vehicle struck from the rear. There was patient assessment done, and quite frankly, there probably would have been a transfer to Mercier at that point, but they were on another flight. The patient was taken to Desert View, and it's my understanding may have been flown out to trauma later.
And only one person injured in that accident as well?
Best of my knowledge, yes.
And then early this morning between Pahrump and Amargosa.
Yes, another accident, a one-vehicle rollover that occurred on Bella Vista, probably a little bit closer towards Amargosa. They requested our assistance, and the 2 agencies worked together and they extricated a patient from the vehicle, and our crews also managed an LZ for Mercier.
And that's only one occupant of that vehicle too as well?
That's my understanding, was a one person, yes.
The roadway was partially blocked for many hours this past week while Nevada Highway Patrol conducted the investigation regarding a major injury accident this week on Highway 160 near Wilson Street. Jason Koblenz spoke to Nevada Highway Patrol Sergeant Carlos Rivera about the accident.
Right now we have a 2-vehicle accident involving a red dirt bike that was traveling southbound on State Route 160. We have a white Toyota van that was traveling northbound. It appears that van was trying to make a left turn on here onto Frontage Road, and the driver from the dirt bike or motorcycle is being transported, flighted out into UMC Las Vegas right now.
Any idea on his state of injuries?
At this point, we have nothing right now for a state of injury right now. We know it's serious right now. We know he has been flighted out, and we're going to be doing a very detailed accident investigation right now.
I understand he sounded like he lost his helmet when he was in midair. He was wearing a helmet, but it seems like he might have a head injury.
That is what we're gathering from witnesses right now on scene, that they said he did have his helmet, but apparently at some point it came off during the contact with the other vehicle, so we don't know if the helmet was secured properly. Everything's pretty early right now in the investigation, but based on what witnesses said, it looks like he was on the highway and may have tried to make a turning movement off to the right to avoid the accident.
Okay, and is this a street legal bike?
It does not appear so right now. It doesn't have any kind of registration right now, and this is one thing that we want to get out to the public. We have to make sure that you have the proper equipment, proper registration to be riding these vehicles on the highway.
And Nevada Highway Patrol Trooper Loy Hickson updated News 46 regarding that accident. Preliminary investigation shows that a Honda dirt bike was traveling south on State Route Highway 160. A 2009 Toyota van stopped on northbound State Route 160. then made a left turn. The motorcycle struck the right-hand side of the van, and the 27-year-old male from Pahrump was thrown from the motorcycle. The motorcycle rider was airlifted via Mercy Air to University Medical Center in critical condition. The driver of the van, a 77-year-old male, also from Pahrump, was not injured. Charges are pending, according to Nevada Highway Patrol. The accident occurred at 4:05 p.m., and Nevada Highway Patrol temporarily had the roadway diverted during the investigation. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
A 23-year-old man was airlifted after spending several hours freezing in the desert with injuries he sustained from an accident. Luckily, a man riding a bike the next morning heard his cries for help. The victim's car, which was inside a ditch, could not be seen from the roadway to passing motorists.
Is around 7:30 in the morning on Leslie and Rixu Street on Saturday when a bicycle rider was taking an early morning ride down the street. He saw debris on the roadway. Upon further examination, he heard someone screaming help. He saw what appeared to be a vehicle inside a ditch and the man laying next to it. He called Nye County Sheriff's deputies. Upon arrival, they found the man, who either self-extricated or was ejected from the vehicle, in close proximity to the car. Emergency crews had to transport the man from one side of the gully to the other. Mercy Air landed on scene on Leslie Street. Nye County Sheriff's deputies blocked the roadway. The man, suffering from a large gash in his leg, amongst other injuries, he was transported to UMC Trauma Center in Las Vegas for those injuries and as well as possible hypothermia. He apparently left a party approximately 2 a.m. and was next to his vehicle since then until 7:30 in the morning when he was located. Reportedly, the vehicle was traveling approximately 100 miles an hour when it struck a power pole, lost part of its hood, and ended up in the ditch off Leslie Street. The man was reportedly 23 years old by the first name of Tyler. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And a two-vehicle accident occurred around 8:30 on Friday morning on Highway 372 and Charleston Park. It required 3 people to be transported locally.
Yes, we responded for the report of the accident. Upon our arrival, we found a T-bone type collision. We found 2 occupants in one vehicle that were injured. The other vehicle had the driver injured as well as entrapped, so we upgraded the assignment for a rescue, brought additional medic unit in. Engine 1 crew came in, did a door pop, removed that patient. Both patients removed from the other vehicle, packaged and both transported to
Locally.
The local hospital, yes.
And we have Nye County Sheriff's blocking the traffic flow right here. We also had some buses that had to reroute.
Yes, we're in close proximity to the schoolyard, school bus yard actually, and so as they were coming out of their buildings to go pick up students, they came across the accident, so it had to be rerouted.
It looked like you had to stabilize the red vehicle for a little while.
Yes, in order for us to complete the extrication safely, both for the patient and our crews, we put stabilizing blocks underneath the vehicle. That way it wouldn't move during the extrication.
And stick around, we're going to have more news after the break.